So the skeleton is made of solid graphite. All 209 bones are represented. And it's fully articulating with silicone strings that replace the ligaments and tendons, so it freely moves. It sits on a vibrating table with mylar film on it to record its movement. So it's moving quite rapidly, and that's what's generating the drawing. So this graphite skeleton is actually the second incarnation of a body. Its first body was actually around millions of years ago when it was plants and animal life, which of course died. And a million years later, it was exhumed on my half, I like to think. Then I made a second body, a skeleton, only to have it, disappear again, to be sort of resurrected into these drawings. So I like that there's a kind of paradox at play here. Is the skeleton being destroyed, or are the drawings being created? I think it's a false dichotomy. It's really an eternal cycle, right? This sort of funny paradox. The skeleton is disappearing at the exact proportion that the drawings are appearing. It's a dance, really. Every line is a record of its movement, a kind of testament to this resurrection that's kind of taken place. Yeah, it's easy to think, that this work is about death, but I don't see it that way. It's really about something eternal. The other half of the gallery has some paintings and sculpture, and they both seem to address this idea of the body, transforming or becoming. Are they disintegrating, or are they forming? I'm not really sure which. There's some small sculpture that I've actually have like cheap plastic statues embedded in them that I build a new kind of skeleton, like a crystal matrix. And I dip them in paint over and over again, trying to form a new skin to give them a new kind of life, maybe. And then the final part of this show is I've got some older work. Some of them are like 20 years old. And I look back at them and they all seem sort of fragmented to me. Like I'm trying to make sense of them. Like reordering them to make maybe like a new reality out of them. But, with all the work in the show, I think it all goes back to this idea of the eternal nature of life, the continuum.